So guys, started another unscheduled project here on the homestead. I was going to build an addition onto my house, and I'll show you here in a sec, but I've got all my meters, electrical, and all that kind of stuff that's in the way. And the thing is, I need to change the wiring anyway. The wiring in this house is pretty old. It's the old round fuse, and I'll show you that. So I'm not really going to do a how-to video. I just thought I'd show you kind of what I did today and kind of where my project is, since I never actually post anything related to this homestead. So this is the side of the house that we're going to end up adding onto out into here, almost to this fence. And where that door is, there'll be a hallway. One bedroom will go to the other side, one bedroom to this side. So we're gonna add basically 2 bedrooms to this house. And I was actually gonna start that this summer, but I've got literally all this in the way. And there's more of this on the other side of the house. I mean, it's just a nightmare. Just all the wires and just tubing going everywhere. And if you were to open this up, round fuses, phone, telephone, and then the power currently comes in through the air, and I'm changing that, and I've got to kind of over where you see that orange, well, you can see the new box. I've got to dig with a ditch witch from there, and I actually have to go from there clear over to that corner of the shop because my well pump is powered from out there. So I got to put a panel in that well in that shop. So I've got to dig a ditch from there to there, put conduit, dig a ditch from there all the way through here out to the pole by the road. But before I dig that down, or dig that ditch, I gotta fall that fir tree and these 2 fir trees. Because once I dig through there, I'm afraid of severing all the roots and having a tree kind of go through the house. And eventually I'll reside and everything. I don't want to reside, do anything like that until I actually get my building built. So I'll show you what I've done today. So I got this mounted on the wall. It's basically I've got 30 circuits I can do. I can double most of those using those wafer breakers, but I shouldn't even fill this up really. And I wanted to enter from the top so that I could just come directly into these 2 power ports. So I was successfully able to do that. One thing that kind of became a pain in the ass is I really wanted basically this part here at eye level, but I wanted the meter and shut off outside at eye level, and with the grade of the ground outside, that just was not happening, and I don't know why it took me so long to figure out, but it did. Originally I had the box move that way, and so that's why you kind of see it cut out wider than the box. Last minute I kind of decided to kick it this way because I didn't want everything pushed up against the window and a water pipe outside. Figured the inspector may not like that, so I'll show you what I did outside. So this is the box I ended up getting. This will be the meter side. So I'll come down right about there out of the ground, straight up to the bottom. And as you can see, I'm still pretty close to that. I don't know that that'll be a problem. And so this will be for the meter side, and it's already wired in. And then this will be my side. And so these will be my shutoffs. I can come out here, shut off the power, just as kind of a dual safety to the whole entire house. I'll still have this on the inside breaker as well. But if I shut this off, it shuts it to the house and to the shop. So then I will use this hole back in the corner, go down into the ground, and I'm going to run 2-inch pipe from the street clear to this side, the meter side, and I'm going to run 1.5 inches from this side down in the ground clear over to the corner of that shop. And then I can get rid of all these. You can see how bad the wiring is going through the air. That's basically 220 going out there. And then it goes back to a back barn, and then over there to an old well house. So, and then also, I do have the capabilities of some breakers out here. For what? I don't know. So, that will be my side of the panel box. Because I have to have a shut-off. And I could have just gotten a meter and a separate shut-off, but then I have to link everything together with this shit, and I didn't want to do that. So what I did, and so that I could go into the top of the box, I came out with the 45, went up, and then bam, straight into the top of the box. So at the end of the day, I think that looks pretty swift. I think I'm far enough away from the window, and I think it's going to work out well. And I'm pretty well at a reasonable height. You just have to be at a reasonable height for the meter and the shutoff. Here I think our meters are read by satellite, so pretty happy with it. It took me a better part of a half a day though, just to figure out what it is that I was going to do and where I was going to place it. So that's what I've done on the homestead. Videos hopefully to come shortly is my tractor. I'm gonna make a video on that. I don't know if it'll be next, but went to use this tractor the other day, and it's got basically a high and low gear, and when I'm in low gear, it doesn't even have enough power really to drive on flat ground. High gear, I can still pop a wheelie. And it also does that cycling where the RPMs go up and down, up and down. Some people were saying, I have to recheck, but basically I've never looked into any of this. What I plan on doing is replacing the filter in here, replacing the filter in here, pulling this cover off. Actually, I think it's a screw, and then you pull out. Some people say that this part, and I can't remember what it's called, gets gummed up. But I don't know if it's a fuel delivery problem. So I'm going to address that. I'm going to go ahead and change the oil filter, fuel filters, and the muffler. I want to cut it off. I want to come out this way and basically come up and then add a muffler. I don't want to run it right now. It just runs under here and just stops right there, but sparks come out of there. I'm gonna end up probably starting a fire. But so, and then my radiator hoses, that's probably not going to show up, but literally all the ends are really cracked. This one and this top one, they're all pretty bad. So I just want to clean the fuel system, change some hoses, and do some general maintenance. And I'll make a separate video on this. And other than that, I'm gonna start assembling this guy here, my Polaris Colt. I'm gonna start putting this back together. That'll be yet a separate series. So these are things that I plan to get done. So to finish off today, little stuff on the Barbie. Brand new Barbie, $40. Bonfire. That's it, guys, for this video. Started the electrical today. Yes, I am getting a permit. Don't worry about that. There's my helper. And kind of a slow start, very expensive start really. Just for, I think I got a roll of wire, got the boxes that you saw in the video. I also got a breaker box for the house, or not the house, but the shop, because I'm gonna run 240 to the shop. And I think I got like 20 plastic electric boxes. I mean, I need a lot more stuff, but I mean, that was probably a $500 bill. So that's it for today. I gotta spread that kind of expense out. And there's what's left of my construction wood for the day.